that is when we were contacted by the Pearl. They informed us that they were the evolved descendants of the bacteria that the other astronaut had released into the portal, and that all of this had been their attempt to prevent us from ever releasing that missile filled with bacteria into the portal, said Petro. How do you know this? Asked Alina. He opened a door and showed her a vampire alien with no eyes. They can't escape. We've learned that we can trap them in the human bodies. We call her the witch, said Petro, and she has been the source for most of our knowledge about her kind. We came from a place just like this place, but our universe was dying. We had to act. We had no choice, because the portal is a non-linear life form. We came through at the beginning, when it first opened to this world. We re-entered your world on day one of the portal opening, even though we had decided on this course of action. Only after, in our time, galaxies had come and gone into existence, and the universe was dying. Our moral compass was strong. It was a life form that we were living within, and it was dying. We knew what we had to do. The portal, the door, we had discovered it long ago, and so we decided to go through in search of a new food source. Because our presence within it was killing it, and maybe if we left, it might regenerate. Now that the portal has given up the ghost, we feel that it is time for us to search out a new food for Tannic energy. So Alina looked at it and asked, when you first came through, you burned through human bodies so quickly. Now they say you have survived in this body for 10 years. What's changed? It's true, we are adapting to this human host bodies. I do not know why just we are, that wasn't true. They can absorb life force from other people, and keep the host body going by absorbing others while staying in the human host body. That's what's different. She didn't. The captured alien didn't reveal that. Suddenly she grabbed Alina's hand. You are different, she said. You are the source. No, said Alina. I am not of the source. I just passed through the portal. You are the one, the alien said assuredly. When we came through the door in search of a new source of life, sustaining energy, we learned from the memories of human host bodies. Did you know that bacteria cells can communicate with each other? Yes. Well, from the moment I realized that you were of the source, all of my people now know that you are the one. What do you mean, the one? Suddenly they were under attack. Their ghoul bots were holding them off as Petro led Alina to safety as the base exploded behind them. Petro said, you can read your energy. They can read your energy signature. You'll never survive out here. He took a bracelet off of one of his ghoul-bot protectors and put it on Alina's wrist. Then he said to the ghoul-bot, thank you for your service, and he retired the ghoul-bot. The ghoul-bots wear this. It's an energy dampener, so the alien vampires can't track your movements. You will wear a ghoul mask, a small faceplate over your cheek. You are a trained Russian officer. Your skill set is too valuable to waste. You will be under the command of General Petro Sokolov, and you will report only to me. Alina agreed. Alina became an alien vampire hunter with her own 2 ghoul bots. After capturing the alien vampire nest, they were mopping up operations when Alina came upon the queen herself. It was a struggle, but Alina won. So as the queen lay dying, her human host body, gasping and gurgling, she attempted to leap into Alina's body, but the red light could not enter Alina through her eyes. So she re-entered the dying host's body. You have been to the source in the portal? Yes, Alina said to the queen. You are the one. You are the source. Yes, said Alina. She knew. Alina finally knew that she carried within her the seeds of a new universe. Why are the evolved descendants of the energy-eating bacteria that your people injected into the portal? We are the... Oh, okay, we realized that we were killing our host, that death was eventual, so the only remedy was to invade here, to go through this mystery door that we had discovered and try to stop you from ever injecting us into the host in the first place. That was the only solution. We failed. So much we did not know at the time, especially how adaptable your people would prove to be, employing ghoul bots to battle us. Yes, said Alina, as she slouched down beside the dying alien queen. Ghoul bots versus alien vampires. Who'd have thunk it? Then Alina was alone. Every countermeasure humanity came up with to battle the alien vampires was undone when they took over human host bodies, who had either invented it or had knowledge of it. That is how of the countermeasure. That is how we always stayed one step ahead of you. We came up with a few tricks of our own, tapping on the alloy material that the cyber parts of ghoul bots were made of, gammonite. That is why they were so difficult to destroy. When Artem arrived, he was so happy to see... Artem was the other captain of ghoul bots, the other vampire, alien vampire hunter, and he and they both worked close together. Alina, he and Alina, she liked him. So when Artem arrived, Alina said, I talked to her. I talked to the queen, said Alina. What did she say? She told me that they were the descendants of the bacteria that we had sprayed into the portal 100 years after I went into it. What? Yes, they didn't know any of this. They were figuring it out, their own history from us, from the human host bodies that they took over. When they first came here, through the portal, they were just searching for a new food source, driven by hunger, from a universe that was dying. They believed that the portal is a non-linear being, that they and their universe existed within. They are mortal beings, and they are trying to understand the part that they were playing in the death of their host, the portal. And they knew the door, as they called it, played a part. So they went through before they killed it. Everything else, really, they learned by taking over human host bodies, learning on the fly as they go. What is insane? That is insane, Alina. After, before, it doesn't make any sense. And we had always believed that we as we destroyed one, they were replaced, but it was just that after the portal was damaged, they could only send their people through one at a time. It wasn't as replacements. They were just getting them out of the dying universe as quickly as they could. Suddenly, as Artem went to help Alina up, the vampire from within the dead host body leapt into Artem. No, said Alina.